I call this our royal court. You're the queen, and you've got this royal court. Now, like you said, you're always in your mind, which means you're always hanging out with the smartass. That's the smartass that works for the queen. That's your mind. And in your case, yes, your mind is very active. But your mind the smartass needs to interview your feelings and needs to interview your heart. Good morning and welcome now to Thursday. Well, today the moon crosses Mars and Sensei says you will have the patience of a mosquito. But don't worry, something exciting is happening. Today begins the story you were born to live. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your exciting Thursday. Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a metaphysical way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. I work in the modality of psychic astrology, and I'm on a personal mission to live in my heart and help raise the vibration of love on earth. Namaste, my friend, and welcome now to Thursday. Well, today I predict you're going to have zero patience. Couple things you need to know. One, the story you were born to live actually starts today, probably quietly in your heart. But also, because the moon is crossing Mars, we're going to be quick to fumble the football. So in today's Megascope, I'm going to give you some steps on how to take the right action. But first, let's look at everyone's mood in your zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Thursday, August 11, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast, tomorrow is going to be overcast with a chance of some minor showers. Saturday is sunny and super optimistic. And Sunday is cloudy with a chance of some heat lightning or personal storms. But today, sunny and super excitable. I hope you are grounded because today it is on. Now the Great Human Walk has reached step 19 Leo today. That means our ruling channel is channel 10, I manifest. And that means the ruling planet today is Mother Earth. Now our emotional focus is impatient and passionate. The moon is in Act 1 of Sagittarius and will be crossing over the planet Mars. That's our ego today. And our mental focus is open to whatever works. That's because Mercury is at step 16 Virgo. So today I believe you will begin the story you were born to live, and I will have some tips of how not to screw up your first steps. But first, grab yourself some tea and let's have our daily tea time. Hello my friend and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is one of the most famous sayings I've always said, and I want to explain it now in case you were wondering what it was. What you be is what comes. What you be is what comes. I believe that's what become means. Become. I'm becoming something. And this is a simple term law of attraction and manifestation. And I'm kind of coming back to my roots now as I'm preparing to launch a new version of my company. Really what I am best at is manifestation. I'm going to share some stories where I have put my mind to it and I have manifested miracles out of thin air. Honestly. I've also been able to increase the income of people who are my subscribers and people who get my readings because I can go right in, show you exactly where you're not manifesting correctly, and turn that story around. But I'm going to give it away for free right now. What you be is what comes. What does that mean? Well, you've heard of the law of attraction, right? Law of attraction as in, basically, by focusing on something, you can make it come to you. And The Secret talked about a vision board and visioning, and The Secret kind of said what you think is what comes. But looking at the astrology, looking at all the architecture of incarnation, which I can't get into all of it, it's not what you think, it's not what you visualize, it's what you be in the moment right now is what comes. Now, I'll give you a couple examples of my own life just so you can see for yourself. For one, astrology. I have already told this story before. You probably see it in my record, but I was, as an astrologer, going around and being an astrologer all the time. Being an astrologer to the other girls at work, the girls at work, the other girls, the girls at work, Freudian, the girls at work, giving them their astrology. I would be an astrologer in my relationship. I was driving my wife crazy at the time, actually, being an astrologer. I was being an astrologer everywhere. I was just being it. And what came? What came was the opportunity to become a professional astrologer. What came was the opportunity to make money from it. I would be an astrologer, and opportunity came. All right? I did the same thing growing up in high school and everything else. In fact, I was just thinking the other day, when I was in 4th and 5th grade, I would be the newspaper delivery boy. I would deliver the news. And now what has come? Well, now I deliver spiritual news. It's so funny. But even on a deeper plane, I want to share that when I wanted to manifest more money, and I've always been a person who just wants money to get what I want, and after that I always put it down again, to be honest with you, because I just manifest what I need, and now I'm learning to manifest a business that makes money all the time, so I don't have to keep thinking about picking up the wand and putting it down, picking it up and putting it down. But I did learn about manifesting abundance, okay? If you spend your life wanting money, if you spend your day wanting money, like I want money, I want money, I want money, then what you have been all day is want. And what will come is more want. Okay? If you're like, I want to win the lottery, I want to win the lottery, you won't win the lottery. You will find more reality where you're wanting to win the reality. Okay, win the lottery. Sorry. Same thing. So basically, how do you become abundant? Well, you must be abundant. You must feel abundant. You must be abundant, abundantly happy. You must be abundantly not worried that everything's going to be fine. You must basically be grateful that it's going to show up any second now. You must be abundant to draw in abundance. You must be happy to draw in happiness. And I'm going to go deeper in this as we move on. But really, I think the best thing to be for everything is to be grateful. And I'm going to talk about that in another segment. But, think about it. When you are authentically like, oh my God, thank you so much. Now, usually we're grateful when we, come out of a desert or we come out of a horrible time that was really difficult, and that's when we're grateful. And so we're like, oh my God, thank you, I'm so grateful. But think about it. If you be grateful right now, oh my God, I'm so grateful, then the universe will manifest a reason for you to be grateful in the future. That's why we want to be grateful. So right now, what you be is what comes. Always what you be is what comes, but never more than now, astrologically, because of other planets in the way and blah, blah, blah. But too much I can't go into. I'll go into in the Daily Zen for my subscribers. But for all these different reasons, today, right now, what you be is what will really come. So become conscious of how you respond. If someone does something to you, don't think about hitting it back from the sense of, table tennis. Think of it hitting the back in the sense of, well, okay, this is what happened now, but what do I want to come next? Well, I'm going to be that now instead of respond to what's in front of me. All right. Hey, Bella. She's wandering around having either an asthma attack or trying to talk to me, one of the two things. But I'm going to take a sip of tea now and 3 breaths, and when I come back, I'm going to give you a little channeled megascope, and this is from my guides and me looking at the stars just to see what you might need to know. So I think Bella is being psychic for us on this day because anxiety is a real possibility today. The moon is crossing over Mars, and you might get some information today that your story's coming in, your ship's coming in, things are happening. You might get your information today that you might just realize that you are dedicated to yourself. But whatever the information is, the moon's crossing Mars, and so everyone's going to be impatient. You might have to take extra breath work to kind of clear out. And really, it's that things are getting started, things are moving ahead. You're either feeling it literally or you're feeling it psychically. So you want to take a couple of breaths and just ground yourself, like Bella needs to ground herself. But it is time now for your story. So in the next 12 hours or 24 hours, you might have to get serious and grow up about something. And that might be just to accept what your path is. So be ready for that. But I have 3 steps to help you prepare your ego for taking action. 3 steps to prepare your ego to take action. The first is ask yourself, are you protected? Do you have a backup plan for if something went wrong? So before you take action, you always want to see, are you protected? One I learned the hardest way. Sensei learned that one the hard way. Step 2, what do you believe in? Ask yourself, what do you believe in? Do you believe this is the right thing? Do you believe you want this? Do you believe in all this? Is there any doubt? Do you believe? Because if you don't believe or you have doubts in your belief, that's when people get hurt or screw something up because they actually sabotage it with their own lack of belief. And then step 3, have you already decided that you're going to act? If you have, then do it when it comes. Okay? But make sure you've decided already. I've decided yes or no, I'm going to act. And if that decision's in play, there's no hesitation. You can do it. All right, my friend. Well, for those watched over by my personal sensei service, and I highly recommend you give it a try. Today in your Daily Zen, I'm going to talk about how to open up what's best for you. I mean, people always say how to open up, but how do you open up to what's best for you? I have some tips and tricks for that for you. And at 3 o'clock, a soul reminder, what astrology sign are you working to become in this life? Everyone knows their sun sign. Some people know their ascendant. But do you know what sign you're trying to be by the end of your life? I'll let you know at 3 o'clock with your personal eye candy. And for those who are watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us with our YouTube relationship. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at cwateki. And if you'd like to come down to where I am designing the website on my own, come on down to the brightest star on the internet, stepº19.tv. Come be the bright star that you really are. And right now, I am having a summer reading blowout. By blowout, I mean I'm going to leave the sale on until I sell out the entire autumn season. Not kidding, because I want to plan around my year. I'm tired of kind of like, building my life around this. So if you've ever wanted a reading, come get one. When I come back later in the year, I will be more expensive because I'm going to have new technology out. So find out more. I have a video up and all sorts of things at seriousjoy.tv. All right, friend. Well, have a great day in the first start of the reason why you were born. Whatever's going on inside, this is the beginning of the story. And don't get too crazy. I mean, how often can you tell what a book's about in the first 2 pages? You really can't. But you do have a little idea, and it is metaphoric. All right, I'll see you in 24 hours with more. Until then, remember, I love you, and live, love, be.